Of course, everybody knows saying in less than 18 days, this country will go into election. Not be just ordinary election or not be family election to decide the head of the family. Will they go into proper election? This is not what we plan for, and don't reach the time for us to achieve the plan. Will they go into election? And this kind of an election, they determine the state of the country, the future of the country, and the fate of the country. Well, my name is Jamie Joy, and with me is King Kamse.
Thank you so much, Joy, for that amazing introduction. And just like you said, the election is just a few days to come, 2 weeks, just 2 weeks and few days, and we're moving with force and power with our PVC, of course, to make sure that Mr. Peter Obi wins this election come February 25th.
Exactly. And it can't happen say today, not be only us did the show. We get somebody all the way from Nasarawa State. In Alpha the Great. Funny thing, very interesting. In a student, a very strong supporter of Peter Obi. He go join us through Zoom for this show today. But before we discuss with Alpha the Great, maybe we'll talk about what happened yesterday for Abuja. You know, say our presidential candidate, today Abuja yesterday, they can't launch one book when he concerned. And this one say maybe even in write the book. Now people will work with him and I write this book. They can study his personality, study everything. He now become president, but we don't know the kind of person they can govern us. Alpha, where they can rule us. Alpha, more talk about him. So yesterday we see Peter Obi for Abuja yesterday. He was there. They launched this book when he concerned. The title of the book now, Many Voices, One Perspective.
Yes, and I watched a short clip from the event because I had some of my friends who represented me there in Abuja, and definitely it was something of elation. A lot of people that were there were able to sit together and understand the reason why Mr. Peter Obi should be. That book is power packed. I originally, begged that I get a copy of the book, which will get to me before the end of next week.
Wonderful.
And everybody that was there had something wonderful to say. Just like always, some people was on the microphone and were able to motivate some of the people that were there and give them that captivating speech. When you listen to Mr. Peter Obi, there's this movement in you.
Yeah.
There's this encouragement in you.
Yeah.
You need to see a new Nigeria. There's hope arising in you. So I think it's worth the while, and every Nigerian, every supporter of Mr. Peter Obi should please try as much as possible to get that book. It's titled Peter Obi, Many Voices, One Perspective.
Exactly. Quickly, before we continue on this show, maybe we'll discuss with Alpha the Great. He did with us for Zoom. He said he won't discuss. He won't give his own opinion concerning Peter Obi, our presidential candidate. Alpha the Great, how you they do? At your side? At your side?
I did fine, though. I'm good.
And Nasarawa, how the weather? It's a good thing to know that you're a student and you're doing very great. So we won't know, before students will come outside and say that they support Peter Obi, not be small matter, I don't choke everybody. We won't know why they support Peter Obi. Why if we say this 2023 election, now Peter Obi go carry us to the next level. Why if we say this 2023 election, if you not pick anybody, now only Peter Obi, you strongly they support Peter Obi. You say aside Peter Obi, now Peter Obi.
Okay, thank you very much for this question, and I'm happy to be here, and it's a very big opportunity to be here. Okay, one of my major and first reason why I choose to support Peter Obi is because, one, he said he will cut cost of governance, and over the decade, I've been worried about the cost of governance in Nigeria because we have been spending too much and we are going into debt, and we need a leader that can help to cut the cost of governance in Nigeria. And I discovered that Peter Obi is somebody that have done it before. And for him to save that kind of amount and bring development to his state, Anambra State, I believe is the best leader for us to cut the cost of governance in Nigeria, because our cost of living in Nigeria, that's the politicians and how to manage the economy, is the corruption is very, very high. So one of the major reasons was because he wants to cut the cost of governance. And secondly, he wants us to be a production nation and not a consumption nation. So those are the two major reasons why I choose to support Peter Obi. And also, he said that we should hold him responsible if he did not fix the issue of security. And Nigeria, if you know, We cannot, it's not more peaceful. We cannot travel to our villages again because of kidnapping, Boko Haram, banditry everywhere in the state and the rest. But he assures us that it's going to keep Nigeria safe and secure Nigeria. That's the three reasons why I support Peter Obi.
Okay, so Alpha, I really want to know. It's a national state. That's one of the states that people claim that Mr. Peter Obi will not get any votes, and definitely that the Northerners will not support Mr. Peter Obi because of various reasons that they gave, but we're seeing that that is not true right now, that things are beginning to change. But tell us, in national states where you are a grassroots mobilizer for Mr. Peter Obi, what has the acceptance there been like?
Okay, thank you very much. Let me first start with to tell you that when the Obedient 1 million marches start, if you can recall, we are the first people to start that movement, the 1 million Peter Obi movement in Nasarawa State, Lafe City. And it was something that was massive. Even me, I was shocked at the number of people that came out that very day, because it shows that the Nigerians need a better nations, and also we need a peaceful nation and a new Nigeria. It shows that people would rather get the best candidate than to go for a candidate that is not good. So that's why states we are the first people to do the 1 million march, and it was massive. You can see the crowd; it was very, very massive, and all the people were represented. People from different regions: the Muslims, the Christians, the Egons, the Madas, the Koro, the Alago, all the local tribes in Nasarawa State were represented at the 1 million march. It was a huge success, and other states have to copy our template, and they started doing it. And it was like a revolution for good governance. And if you go back to those videos and see how people came out massively, you will know that Peter Obi have a strong hold in Nasarawa State. Peter Obi is a household name in Nasarawa State. Go to any house, you will discover that they know Peter Obi in Nasarawa State. And I will assure you that Nasarawa State is fully obedient. By the outcome of what we did, that history that we made on about the 1 million march, you will know that yes, Peter Obi is a household name in Nasarawa State, and it shocked everybody. Yes, it shocked everybody, and we brought organic crowd for the first time.
After the Great. Okay, after the Great.
Okay.
One thing when they sweet me now, be say you be students, and as you be students, so I know many responsibility where you go the shares, you understand. But I want to ask you, as you be students, so what you don't put together? Of course, you they support Peter Obi, you they give them back to back your support. What you don't put together to make sure say Peter Obi go this top all of us they fight for?
Okay. On my own way, I'm a student, and also I put my bio grassroots mobilizer for Peter Obi. It's not just a joke, but I've been doing a lot in the grassroots. I've been campaigning and advocating for Peter Obi. I've been going to the grassroots to campaign for Peter Obi, and also to let the people know the party is Labour Party. And we in Nasarawa State, the North Central Coalition, were able to carry out so many things. We are among the first people that started the market distribution of aprons. Wow. We distributed over 1,000 copies of aprons to the market women. We distributed souvenirs back. We produce it ourselves. Peter Obi is advocating for consumption to production. We produce it. We set up our team that produce it. I designed most of the flyers, and we use it to brand aprons, souvenirs back, and so on. And even posters and the rest, even post stickers and the rest. We did it in Nasarawa State with the support of some people from Twitter space and also diaspora. We're able to print a lot of these materials, go to the grassroots. We even went to a village, a core village. We traveled for like 3 hours journey to a village that has no electricity or water. We brought them the good news of Peter Obi, and they were like, we are the first to come here, and they're going to hold us tight, and they're going to make sure that they deliver Peter Obi in that village. So we have visited almost the 30 local government in Nasarawa State to advocate and campaign for Peter Obi in the grassroots. And
Wow.
just yesterday, we got donations of several materials that were going to be flooding in almost all the grassroots in Nasarawa State, like all the 30 local government in Nasarawa State. And it came from the good Nigerians donation to the rest. So we appreciate
Okay, how far the great. That's a very nice one. But quickly, I want to ask you, so one thing to meet people, one thing to sensitize people, another thing to convince them, to make them say, personally, they tell them about, not be a person, a legit man. Now, my question for you be say, what will be the challenges? What will be the thing where they go through? As they go do the sensitization, they mobilize people for Peter Obi. What will be the challenges where they go through? To even talk upon, say, you be students, what will they face?
Okay. There's a lot of challenges, but one of the first challenges that we're facing was that we're lacking materials to go into the grassroots, so that these people will know we cannot go to the grassroots and show them from our phone. We want to give them something that they will be able to know that, okay, this is the person face and the party the person is. Yes, so those are the challenges, lack of materials, but we're able to get sufficient materials and some of the little contributions that we have gotten to make sure we use these things to campaign for them. And that's basically the challenge, because people are accepting to know if you bring Peter Obi good news to them, they'll be like, wow, there's this kind good man that is contesting. So we have another option that is running for president. We'll say, yes, we have another option, and this is the better option. So people are happy to hear that, okay, it's no longer the APPDP, but it's Labour Party. We have tried them, they're not working. Now we want to vote for human beings who are ready to work for us and the rest. So it's easy for me because the way people are accepting it. Just last week, Friday, I was in Jos for a 2 days campaign for Peter Obi, and went to a very far village, like inside the grassroots. We use car, we stop, we use bike for like 2 hours to that village. And we went to the village first, but the second time we have to bring the material so that they will know the face of Peter Obi and the Labour and the party is. So they welcome us very, very happily, and we're very happy to see us. And they told us that this election is not a joke to them. They're going to take it personally because this person has a good heart for Nigeria. So I'm happy to see the acceptance of Peter Obi in Nigeria and all over the country. Even children, I discovered that when I went to one of the villages, you see children from 2 years above are shouting Obi, Obi, Obi. And I was like, wow, even children want a good governance for Nigerians and a better Nigeria for all. So the acceptance is massive in the North Central, and I'm happy that everybody's accepting Peter Obi in the North. So Peter Obi is known. That's a fact. Peter Obi is known in the North.
Alpha, please let me interrupt you there and take it up from there. There's been an argument that most times popularity doesn't translate to actual voting power. There's been an argument, and even that is one of the things that the opposition parties have been arguing about. So I have 2 questions. The first, how and what exactly have you been putting in place to make sure that this popularity translates into actual votes on the 25th of February? And also the second question, we saw the president of Nigeria, Muhammad Buhari, come to Nasarawa with the candidate of their party some time ago. And we saw there at Nasarawa, your state, that he declared support after a long tussle and doubt. But finally, he declared support for the candidate of their party. How have you been able to convince people to ignore the words of General Muhammad Buhari and move towards the direction of Mr. Peter Obi and LP on the 25th of February 2023? Those are my 2 questions.
Okay. Okay, thank you very much. So let me first answer this. I know definitely popularity will not win an election, but popularity will help us get votes. And one of the things I'm doing my own way is that I know Peter Obi is well known in every household in Nigeria, but the only issue we are having is people identifying the party that he is currently on. So what what we are doing on our own way is to advocate and campaign for Papa Pikin logo, so that the people in the household, like almost on a daily basis, if I'm going out, I go out with my Peter Obi cap and my Labour Party shirt, branded, showing them that this is the party that want to vote, this is the party that Peter Obi is, so that they will know and be familiar with the party, because Peter Obi face will not appear on the ballot paper or his name, but the party that he is coming out contesting on. So basically, that's it. And then let me bring your attention to what happened in Nasarawa State some months ago, before Buhari came to Nasarawa State. The national APC chairman and the governor, that's the current governor of Nasarawa State, another aspirant went to a village in Nasarawa State, that's Nasarawa Toto, to be precise. They went to go and campaign, and you can see the crowd chanting Bamuyi. That's to tell you in English, we don't want to do APC. We are tired. They were chanting, and they pulled them out of the campaign ground. And that to tell you that the people of Nasarawa State have rejected APC. The people of Nasarawa State have rejected APC, and we are tired of this thing. So we in Nasarawa State are not going to accept and vote APC again. And because of the sufferness and economic hardship on the economic hardship on the man in the village, and also the citizen of Nasarawa State is so much. So they have rejected APC, and that's a win-win for us. So it's an opportunity. And after that, we went to that village to campaign for them, to tell them that, okay, since people don't want to go to do APC, we have another option for the people, Labour Party. So the people of Nasarawa State have rejected APC completely. So that campaign that happened in Nasarawa State it's for me is Nasarawa State are fully obedient, and they have rejected APC. In fact, even the governor of Nasarawa State is finding it difficult to get re-elected again, because there's no any visible project they have done for us in Nasarawa State and the rest. So our people have rejected them completely. If you look at the campaign that happened in Nasarawa State, you discover that it's all these uneducated touts that gather at Lafayette Square to election, or 1 week to election, so that students will have chance to go and collect their PVC. And we are begging the INEC to please give us grace for students who are in school to go back home and pick up their PVC, because we are not opportune to pick up their PVCs and the rest. So these are the advocacy that we have been doing, and we currently have a court case with them, and I will be in the Federal High Court, Abuja, tomorrow for the preceding hearings, and also with some of the students from Nasarawa State University, Kefi too. So we want the federal government to please give time, because I heard that FUTMINA, that's Federal Technical University in Mina, FUTMINA, are having exam on the 24th, 23rd during election period, and this is not acceptable. We need enough break, at least 2 weeks to election, so that students can go home and pick up their PVC. I've been in touch with the NAS leadership, the Senate president. I spoke with him. I told him that, what are you people trying to do concerning this issue? Because people are the voice of students in Nigeria. He assured me that they are on it, and they want to make sure that schools are closed for students that have their PVC to go and vote. Even though we still have millions of PVC uncollected, we want to see how we can do that. I also created a database for students that have not yet collected their PVC, so I can see how we can show them that these are the database of students that have not collected their PVC. How can we ensure that these people get their PVC so that they can pick it up, or go to the INEC office, show them their school ID card to pick up their PVC so that they can vote, because they have been in school writing exams and the rest. I was opportune to pick up my PVC during a free period from my academy, so that I can vote this period. So a lot of students were not having the opportunity to go and pick up their PVC. So we want to see how the federal government can please shut down school for at least 2 weeks to election, so that, and give us the grace. INEC, please give us the grace so that our students can pick up their PVC. 3.8 million voters we also help to decide who will lead us in Nigeria. Is enough vote for us. So we want to see how we can ensure that. And I believe that a lot of students will come at this election to vote, because we were angry during the ASU strike, over 8-month ASU strike at home. We're very angry, and we have to push this our anger to the INEC office to make sure we register our PVC to decide for a better Nigeria. And I was one of them during the ASU strike. I made sure I mobilized enough students to go to INEC office to register their PVC, because our PVC is our power and our voice. We We are going to speak with our PVC comes February 24th, this presidential election, and we're going to tell them that yes, this is our voice, because we are tired. I cannot be in university for over 6 years studying 4 years course. That's too much for us as a student and the rest. So we students are going to go out and vote for our preferred candidate, which is Peter Obi, and because Peter Obi is someone that is concerned about the education sector, is so much concerned about the education sector. One of his speeches is that if the federal government can negotiate with terrorists, why can't they negotiate with professors? Because they need to negotiate with professors. I feel like this ASU strike is unnecessary. If there's proper negotiation and proper treatment for the education sector, we will never have ASU strike again. So I believe Peter Obi is someone that will come and end the ASU strike. And I'm urging all the Nigerian students who are yearning for a better change, for a new Nigeria, to please vote for Peter Obi, because our education sector will be safe. Because a lot of people are flying abroad, Japan, to go and study in the green pasture to get a better education. While here in Nigeria, the kids of the average Nigerian man cannot afford to go outside and school abroad. We have to stay here and school. So we need to see how we can fix our education sector, have people treat our professors well, have a good learning environment so that students will be able to learn, not students sitting down on the floor in the university to learn. That's unacceptable in this century.
Okay, Alpha, definitely.
Thank you.
Definitely, it's an unacceptable situation, and we need to deliver Mr. Peter Obi come this election. I picked out a lot of things from all you've said. There's a court case currently ongoing, and we appreciate that for all you do for the student movement and also for the ObiDatti movements as well, to make sure that 2023 elections is not subdued of any kind. It has to be free and fair on all sides. Because if 3.8 million voters are denied to vote, it's not a free election. And definitely that's not fair on those who were disenfranchised. Okay, but before we go, I just want you to, in just very few words, speak to unmotivated obedience who are probably somewhere at this time. Maybe they have been denied their PVCs of one kind, the students especially, and also to people who are still leaning on the path and are undecided on how to vote or where to vote, and also to some people who are still, what I would say, who are still suffering from a Stockholm syndrome and still going back to those who have put them in this mess. Please just speak to them in a word or two and tell them to come and vote Mr. Peter Obi on the 25th of February. Just quickly, in very few words, so we could round up.
Okay, so the APC government knew that they have failed. Imagine the president going to his state home begging them to vote them again because they know they have failed woefully. F9 in everything. F9 in everything. And looking at the current situation of the economy, an average Nigerian man will prefer to vote for someone who will bring a better change. And I'm urging you all listening, and also those that are undecided, to please look at all the preferred candidates and see who is the best candidate. And you discover that Peter Obi is the most qualified and the best candidate, because if you look at his achievement, most of them are leading one way or the other. But if you look at the achievement so far, you will see that Peter Obi has concern for an average Nigerian. And Peter Obi is someone that can relate to an average Nigerian. Peter Obi has done it, just like what he will say, go and verify. He has done what he's campaigning now. He's campaigning on issue based and not criticizing anybody. He have the solution. He have the team. Him and Datti are 2 billion people with experience that can take Nigeria to that new Nigeria that we're looking for. So I'm urging you all to please wake up, get up. This anger that you are experiencing, with this harsh economy you're experiencing, carry that anger to the polling unit and vote for Labour Party, Mama, Papa, Pikin, because these are the people that are going to deliver Nigeria. Like that he said, Peter Obi is someone that you can find once in a century. Let me use the word century, because it's a very rare opportunity for us. So we should not allow this opportunity to miss out, because it's like in fact, Peter Obi is our last hope. So please go out and vote for Labour Party, vote for ObiDatti, because a new Nigeria is possible. If you look at this campaign, they have shaped our mind that this country belongs to us, not the so-called stakeholders. So Nigeria belongs to us.
Never say